Alright, I have no idea how good this is going to sound or how good I look. It looks like there's a massive glare on the screen. Maybe if I go, yeah. Is that better? No, that made it worse? Awesome. Alright, so, lens flares! Anyway, here's the sitch, alright? So, why is there no videos? Why is there no stream right now? So, here's what's going on. For my streaming setup, I use two HP Z440s. The one that powers my streaming rig has a few problems. The USB controller is throwing off errors and then sometimes just locks up. In addition, there's no space left to add add-in cards. There's currently two GPUs in there to power all the monitors, capture card, and what was the last card? Oh yeah, the actual SSD that's actually on a PCI Express slot. Because of that, I can't add a USB card to just bypass the broken controller. All right, so there's that for starters. Next up is the fact that the system has bit rot. Bit rot is when something goes fucky with the way that your, man, nice brake lights lighting. Something goes fucky with the way that you, the way the SSD or hard drive writes to itself, and it overwrites parts of other stuff. It results in corrupted files. It also could mean something like, in my case, missing essential components to the operating system. It's actually the main reason why I right now cannot edit videos. I cannot fire up Sony Vegas because it is missing crucial parts of the Windows operating system. And it won't tell me what either. It just gives a generic error code. And after troubleshooting with tech support, that's what they've reduced it down to. So, I have bought a Z840, which is the dual socket version of the Z440, for about $300. Find out later the reason it was so cheap was because the shroud's missing a fan. It has basically no RAM. It only had 8 gigs of RAM. That's barely enough to even run the operating. That's barely enough to run my system as it is. And no GPU. It did have 1 terabyte. Oh yeah, and it had no hard drive caddies at all. None. Zip, zero, nada. So yesterday, I spent all day trying to clone the hard drive that the SSD that I thought at the time was dying. It is not. In fact, we did a check. Now that it's actually out of the system and it's in a system that I can trust for results like this, it's fine. It actually is fine, despite the fact that SSD is possibly a decade old. It is actually fine. I'm stunned too, to be perfectly honest. But, that's the situation with that. The SSD will boot in the Z840. All right. But I cannot clone it to another drive. I don't want to attempt to repair Windows without a clone. That's the problem right now. Because if the recovery goes awry, then I have no operating system. So, my only choice right now is, in fact, to, on the new SSD, install a new operating system, begin to migrate everything off the old one onto the new one. Did it just beep? Anyway. Migrate everything from off the old one to the new one, and then we're back up and running. This is a process that'll take days. And yeah, I'm going to try and do it like as fast as I can. It looks like right now, I can stream. I tried to record a podcast last night, but the audio was super fucky. So that's pretty much going to be my thing to do today. Hey, a Creeper brand, nice. So that's what I'm going to do tonight, is work on the audio. But that's the situation right now. I do have more parts coming in for it. It's a 12-core system. I want to add a second CPU, bring it up to 24 cores. And also I have a load of RAM on the way as well. Bring it up to some stupid number. I really only want enough RAM just to occupy 4 RAM slots on both CPUs so that we don't have a bottleneck there. The amount is almost irrelevant. Freaking, even if I throw in 4 gigs and 8 slots, that's what, 32 gigs? I can't even find 4 gig sticks for it. It's probably going to be 8. That's probably going to be 64 gigs. That's way too much RAM. But that's about it. That's the stat. I'll post more as I get to it. Take care.